Bible today. You have those who are going to stop at certain different levels and degrees of knowledge. Some people are going to be satisfied in learning they should keep the feast day and not eat pork, and that's where they're going to stop. Some people are going to stop learning it was Israel, that's where they're going to stop. But for those who desire and hunger the deeper mysteries of the Bible, then they excel to higher degrees in learning. So a Mason may call those in their secret society a 33rd degree, but you know some Masons called the Messiah of Mason. He was a master builder in knowledge and with his hands a master carpenter. And he had his pupils in whom he taught the secret mysteries of the kingdom. So don't get all mixed up with the secrets. You in a secret society. You believe this, you're in a secret society too. And even if you try to explain to the laymen the deeper mysteries without prior learning, they won't get it anyway. They're going to look at you like you talking about something just strange. So you might as well keep it secret. And give it to those who are excelling in learning who want to know. Because them are the ones who's going to be revealed to. But let's get back to the Bible. Now, it says here, I brought that secret society thing up because he's going to mention this here. Look what the Messiah said. Therefore speak I to them in parables. Who was the them? There was 1,000 people in the public who was following him. But notice that. Read again, verse 13.
Therefore I speak to them in parables, because they seeing not, hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
See, I'm not even speaking to them because they won't understand this stuff I'm giving. They're not ready for it. They don't want it, and the reason why they're not ready because they don't want to hear it. It's like the stuff we teaching now that's scaring folks. Oh, yeah, talk about cognitive substance. You're afraid, you know. So it's not for you. Go for it. Go, because it's really not for you. The people who got courage, you ask for the light and let the light shine. Stand in it and be firm. You understand? Now look what he's saying. They don't know, neither do they understand. In verse 14, notice this.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Not the fact that the mystery is so great and we so intelligent that we get it. No, no. This reason why you don't understand the mysteries is because you have closed your ears and hid yourselves from the mysteries. That's why. And therefore, when it's expounded to you, you don't want to hear it anyway because you already got something in your mind. So, but what did he say? This is, in them is fulfilled the prophecy of which Isaiah said. Can we go back to that prophecy? Y'all want to go back and look at that? Let's go to Isaiah 6. Let's see if Isaiah was talking about the crowd. In Isaiah 6, was he talking about the crowd that the Messiah was preaching to? When we go back and read Isaiah 6, was he specifically making reference to this audience that the Messiah was talking to in his day? I don't think so, brothers and sisters. Let's go and see what Isaiah said. Isaiah chapter 6. In them is fulfilled the saying of the prophet Isaiah, right? Let's get a little background on this. Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 1.
In the year of King Uzziah in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphims. Each had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain did he fly. And one cried to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is filled of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke.
That's smoke again. Go ahead.
Then I said, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips.
He's a man of unclean lips, and what else?
And I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For mine eyes have seen the King of the Lord of hosts.
And we got teachers of that to show you that literally Isaiah did not look at the Creator like we looking at one another. Now we can prove that. But that goes into further studying in detail on the coming of the Creator, how he's seen, and imagery and all this other stuff. But I just want to bring that out just in case people get caught up with that from our other teachings. All right? But he said, my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Right? And he dwelling among a midst of a people of unclean lips. Now what the Lord say? What y'all say?
Continue. Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs off the altar.
Yeah, you gonna put a hot coal on Isaiah's mouth, huh?
And he laid it upon my mouth, and said, Lo, this has touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin is purged.
Now come on now. We're talking to him. I just want to show you how he's talking more than just somebody taking a hot coal off. Only thing Isaiah would have got a lip burnt if it was.
I know,
we gotta understand the Bible language. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm saying because the seraphim used tongs.
Yeah, they had to use. Yeah, he ain't touching his name. I'm gonna put it on your lips, but I'm gonna use tongues.
Right.
See, we gotta understand the language of the Bible. That's all I'm petitioning the people. We have to understand the language of the Bible. Men have tried to simplify this book and think they got it down packed, that they got the truth, but it's not that way. This Bible is written, it's a deep book. And you can't manhandle it. You can't do it. It will destroy you. This is one book that cannot be underestimated. It will wreck your thought. If you going here the wrong way, you going here passive, submissive, ready to learn, you will see it transforming before your eyes and giving you imagery and visions of what this book's saying. You going here the wrong way, it'll break you. It'll break you. So look, he said, you made clean now. Your lips purged. Now, notice what he's going to tell them. Among all these people of unclean lips, verse 9.
And he said, go and tell this people.
He said, Isaiah, you go and tell this people. The people in Isaiah day. Where you go tell them?
Hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Now, was Isaiah going out to preach to the same public that the Mashiach was preaching to? Isaiah was dead and everybody else was dead, wasn't it? We talking about a whole different generation. But this prophecy, what? Coincided with what Matthew was bringing out. That the Mashiach said, and them is fulfilled what Isaiah says. Not the fact that Isaiah chapter 6 was referring to those people on the mount before Yeshua then. The prophecy coincided. What coincided? That they didn't want to hear. Do that prophecy coincide to this day? Absolutely. You will still find the people who Isaiah talked about. Because it coincides. Ears heavy, eyes heavy, you don't hear. Now we got a couple more before we get out of here. I'm not holding you because this really wasn't a long one. Or I gave you a break from the politics today. But I can bring them in if y'all want. Y'all want to talk about the politics now? Yeah. Can we look at another one in Matthew chapter 15? Matthew chapter 15. The hunt and the pursuit of truth. The hunt and the pursuit of truth. Jeremiah said the same thing. Jeremiah, he was sent out. The word of the Lord wasn't him. He said it was what? Sweet to the mouth and bitter to the belly. It done got to him, so he came to the Creator and said, you have deceived me. Well, Jeremiah, how did y'all deceive you? He said, ever since I spoke, I cried violence and spoil. Everybody mocketh me. He said, I'm in derision every day. That means Jeremiah had no good day. Every day he's in derision. I'm getting laughed at, I'm getting mocked, I'm getting hit. I'm thrown in jail. Nobody taking me serious. When you gave me this word, I thought everybody was going to fall over in glee, in gladness, because I done gave them the word of the Yah. The Lord never told Jeremiah that, did you? I told you it's going to be bitter to the mouth. I mean sweet to the mouth, but it's going to be bitter to the belly. See, and that's the thing. People, we have to understand what this Bible is delivering unto us. And all the time it's not like you perceive it. And when you get it, Matthew 15:1, everybody not going to want to deal with you. But then ironically enough, when that began to happen, the Bible declares that you're on the right path. I ain't got many friends no more. Nobody want to talk to you too much. You strange. You a fanatic. But it all coincides with the book. I think I told y'all all my story. I'm going to let y'all out here. But I think I told y'all my story. Can you imagine now? Just imagine this. You knew John the Immerser. You knew his daddy, Zacharias. They lived on Peel Hill. Every once in a while, John, father, he'd be gone because he down there lighting the temple incense. But you knew that they was really well off. You know, he was one of the incense. He was one of them priests that was taken care of, you know. He probably got the shoulder and leg and everything. He was in the priest's house, royal house. Now they had a little boy named John. John was your friend. You grew up with him. Next thing you know, you go looking for John. Where John at? John not here. Well, where John at? I don't know when next time we're going to see John. Well, where he go? He down there in the mountains. He down in the mountains? Yeah, John got a devil. That's what they tell you. Isn't that what Jesus said about John? They said, you got the devil. Well, why you say John got to go down there? He down there. They go down there, John eating locusts and wild honey. He done came out of them nice clothes and mom used to wear them. That silk and everything that used to, because the priest was living well. Now John got nothing on but some burlap made out of camel's hair and some leather. And he ain't shaved since they don't know when, because they said he wasn't supposed to shave, remember? He was a Nazarite. So they went down there and they seen a man living in locusts and wild honey, probably wasn't groomed at all. And he is in the total opposite from the seat of plush comfort to living in the mountains, eating wild honey. John got a devil. See, that was the word that began to funnel around. He had the devil. Many people began to say that. But what would you think about John? You went too far. Can't you preach the word of the Lord but still live in your daddy's house? Why you got to live off in the hills and down here eating locusts? When your father get the shoulder and get the rump, why are you down here eating locusts? Can you understand the pattern of human thoughts? Yeah. But what Jesus say about John? He said, will you come down here in the wilderness to see? A man dressed in what? Soft raiment? Will you come down here in the wilderness to see? He said, people like that is in king palaces. He said, but I tell you, there's none greater born of women than John. The appearance, you didn't get that. It had nothing to do with the book. The man who you thought was the devil is the man who bringing the word of God. The one you thought brought the word of God dressed in the priest raiment is working for the devil. Isn't that something? These are the things we have to pay attention to, these lessons in the Bible. These lessons. A lot of lessons. Matthew 15:1 now. Look at this.
Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, why do thy disciples transgress the traditions of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandments of God by your traditions? For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother. And he hath cursed father or mother, let him die the death.
See, Yeshua done already messed up. He done already messed up in their eyes. I'm just bringing this one out again too. He's a 30-something-year-old man. Probably no more than 31, 32 years old. And you going to sit up here and question the elders? You look who came to him, the scribes and the Pharisees. You understand? He come and question the elders. He was starting trouble too, as far as they concerned. He gonna ask the elders why y'all transgressing. Isn't that something? I bet